Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Another day, another Squarebody. This one you guys have seen, but I'm going to run you down a rabbit hole because that's what we've been doing for the last week and a half to 2 weeks with this particular truck. Just so you can sympathize with how things go. Because not only in your garage or your shop or your backyard do things not go as planned. This is a big block, K20. Really good looking truck. Pretty sure this is the one that even has the overdrive. Is it? Yep. Nice interior, clean truck. And it's an air-conditioned truck, but when they did the big block swap, they did not put the air conditioning back on. I said, no problem. We got a little opening in the excitement. Let's put the AC back on this truck. The description even said air-conditioned truck. We will put the AC back on it for a sale. That was no problem. But I said, for once, we're going to get ahead of it. I'm not going to sell it and then be like, okay, we got to order the parts. So I said, Daniel, let's get what we need. So we thought we got what we needed. And while we're out here looking at the truck before I popped the hood, so it's probably got 2 inches on it. I know you guys love seeing the different heights. It's a 33-inch tire, and it's a slot mag style wheel, not a Mickey Thompson wheel, a Krager wheel. You can see the old school Krager caps. I love it. But the ET slot mag like you'd see on a Nova or Chevelle or something like that. But a good stance. Good looking stance on the truck. K20, 3/4 ton, 8 lug. So let's do the air conditioning. No big deal. Air conditioning is going to be super simple and easy. We'll slap a compressor on it, some lines, and we're going to roll. That's not what happened. So we get the evaporator, the condenser, the dryer, the line set, you know, the way we like to do it. And it's okay, we're going to put the compressor on and we're going to be good to go. Well, compressor and everything wouldn't work that way. So I said, no problem. Let's get this system here. And a lot of you guys know you can put an OBS serpentine belt system on and make it work. Well, there it is. There's some brackets back here and adapters that allow that to work, these spacers. But you can make an OBS system work. That gives you a serpentine belt. That's a good upgrade. Let's do it. Get the brackets, get the pieces, source all this. Thankfully we had it. Got it put together. Had to change the alternator. Oh, hold on. Let's show this first. You know when there's a 5-gallon bucket involved, there's a project involved. Pulleys, fan, alternator, shroud, and radiator. Get all this together, fan wouldn't clear, and we didn't have a shroud that would work. No problem. Okay, let's take care of that. Well, that turns into a radiator swap, electric fan system, wiring to properly do, not just some old toggle switch bull crap, properly wire a fan system with a relay, with this bundle of wires. But now we have functional air conditioning. Wow. Yeah. We could have put a motor, a transmission, 2 new axles, and everything in this truck in the amount of time it took to do this. But that's just the way it goes. Sometimes everything does not work properly. Is that me or you? Sometimes everything does not work as it should. You also got some of the wiring cleaned up. It's still not detailed under the hood. We weren't planning on doing that. This was not going to be a perfected, super expensive truck. We're trying to keep it affordable. It was a nice, good looking. I mean, the paint on the truck looks good. The body lines on the truck look good. This truck has been seriously confused with the 80 square headlight truck because both trucks came in about the same time. It was also confused with the 86 that was also blue and gray with slot wheels that sold the same day that we posted the video about it. And then the 80 got spoken for also. So this is the 3rd child of that combination. It is a little chilly. So a reminder, guys, hoodies. We do have hoodies. They are on the website, davisautosales.com. This video is sponsored by DavisAutoSales.com here in beautiful, overcast Richmond, Virginia. And we do sell hoodies and we sell trucks. We'd rather you buy a truck, but if you want to buy a hoodie, that's fine too. So we don't know much about the big block. We don't know much about the trans, but it is an overdrive trans. The air conditioning does work. You're not going to need it today, but it does work. It's got a high-rise intake, Edelbrock carburetor. Starts, runs, idles, does everything it's supposed to do. So that's where we're at with this truck. The undercarriage is solid. It's been undercoated. It has a really nice, like a texture finish under it. And Alvin's been underneath of it. He's done the cleaning. It got a couple U-joints. It's got a pretty fresh FEY new bumper. Still got a sticker on it. Spray and bed liner with a whole lot of extra parts. And you guys ask about shelving and why we need so much shelving. Every single project, some of these parts are indefinitely valuable when we're doing one. If we're going the opposite direction, if we're putting one back to original, some of these brackets and things, oh, there you go. It also got a power steering pump. But some of these brackets are becoming increasingly hard to come by, if not impossible to come by. So we do save each and every one of them, not to sell for our personal use, but if we have one of these trucks and we're trying to put it back error correct, somebody might take an LS out. Like right now, we're possibly taking that LS out of that big truck and putting a regular big block in it. We're going to need all those parts. No different if we're taking a small block, making it a big block making it a small block. The combination of things that get swapped around is crazy, but this turned out pretty clean. Nice shrouded fan system, radiator, so it should stay cool. Quite a few fittings also that he had to change on the water pump. New hoses while it was apart. Again, this needs to be cleaned up with some acid. It's a little gritty, but you can see the lines, the fittings, the temp sensor, and the wiring. So what we really would have liked to have said was going to be a 5 or 6 hour job. Kind of like a 3-hour tour on Gilligan's Island. It's not so much. So that's how it goes. It's not just you guys in your backyard getting frustrated because stuff doesn't fit, not busting your knuckles and throwing your wrenches across the room. It happens in the real world when you have almost everything at your fingertips. There's not much we don't have in stock or can't order and have immediately, but we still have the same struggle. So don't feel bad. And also, we probably spent triple the amount of money between time and labor that we would have normally spent. But at the end of the day, it was well worth it. Now the truck is complete. It can go to Texas. It can go to Florida. It can go to California. Wherever it goes, you click the AC on it, works well. AJ's now driven it twice, runs out good. Good. AJ got a little bit more of a drive than normal with this truck. And he says heads shaking up and down instead of left or right, that it is good to go. So we got to wrap up some things on the online auction. Got a couple of things that I'm purchasing. I got to get in there and do that. We're going to be moving some stuff around in showroom number 3 today because one of our pieces of rack system are supposed to be arriving. So we may get up some 3-wheelers up in the air. I'm hoping so. And we've got some other ones to show you guys. And then hopefully we'll have some stuff going on next door. And hopefully this rain holds off because we got a lot to do. So thanks, guys. Appreciate you watching and hang tight. We'll finish this day out early today so the video does not post the following day. We're trying to get on schedule. All right, AJ just stopped by the desk and said, all right, time for a midday update video. We'll see if we can get through it real quick. It's pouring down raining outside, so we're kind of stuck in the office a little bit today, but that's good. Catching up on a lot of things, had some parts to order. Actually reached out to a parts company that, weirdly enough, got on a conversation we've been dealing with about 45 years. Pretty crazy. My mom went to school with the family, and they had a location very close to us down in Petersburg, Colonial Heights area. Then they moved up to Jeff Davis. Now they're out east a little bit. But I don't call on them a lot because we don't use that type of part like we used to. But it was pretty neat to catch up. None of the same people there. Not one single one. The same people still own it. None of them have been around the business in years. Kind of crazy to catch up on what's going on there. But also talked to a customer of mine out west that needed some paperwork knocked out and was able to get him on the phone. And which makes me reemphasize something. He was just raving about us getting on the phone, and I return hundreds of calls a day and try to get all of them. Every now and then one slips through. Same way with text messages. We get a customer every now and then that'll complain because we have a separate phone number for you guys to text to. I'll give you that number right here. It's 804-357-9768. But since some of y'all are visual people, put it on the screen. I'm going to do it too. You put it on the screen. Nope, didn't write that right. This line is dedicated to text, 804-357-9764. The problem with that is it's designated for text for me, AJ, Mike, Christian, my mom, sometimes Alvin, Julie, who knows? Might be from Uncle David, might be for Dave. Some people just send a picture. Can you identify this part? We get the craziest text you can imagine. But if you imagine looking at the phone and seeing it has 33 text messages sometimes, and you hit it and you say, oh, what's this guy need? Because nothing but a phone number is not a name. And you open it, oh, dang it, that's for JW. Well, guess where that goes? Down the line. And you don't get to it sometimes. So we apologize for that. We try our best to get to all text, emails, phone calls. But this customer is raving. He's a customer that's bought from us, traveled by. He's like, y'all actually return calls. We always do. And we try our best. His call was not something really that I could help him with directly, but I gave him the best advice I could. And I think we're going to be able to help him a little bit. He was asking about appraisals on a vehicle. That's a touchy subject. There are official people that do official appraisals, but then there's also people like us that the industry looks at to be semi-experts, I guess, on valuing. And a lot of times they will accept that. The way we normally do is get the vehicle in here, go over it, and try to do it the best we can. But at the same time, that's when it's something we're selling or something that we're trading. We try to accommodate the best we can. So in his case, where we get all the information together, we're going to help evaluate that vehicle the best we can from afar. As far as emails, best email address is trucks. We try to make it real stinking easy. trucks@davisautosales.com. If you're looking for one of us specifically, everything else is at davisautosales.com also. That would be Gail at Davis Auto Sales, JW at Davis Auto Sales, yada, yada, yada. Also working with some stuff for SEMA. So I was going back and forth on some emails for that. Pretty exciting. Looking really forward to that. Having to get plans, work with some transportation logistics and some other things that we have no clue how it's going to happen currently. And we need to get that stuff in order because it's coming up quick, about a month and a half away. So we're also going to work to get some live features done while there, like we did at the Bloomsburg show. I hope you guys enjoyed that. But we had a specific person going live on TikTok, going live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to take the company phone. We're going to have those people trying to go live and capture content at the same time. It's hard to do both. A lot of you guys want to see the live because you want to see it before anybody else. SEMA is where stuff gets debuted. We hope to be able to bring you stuff, and if we do bring you live content, we're going to also bring you regular content, hopefully the next day. If not that night, the next day. I hope to get it edited, put together, and get it to you guys so you can see it here first. I would love to be able to show you guys some stuff that the industry's coming out with. Of course, if you don't know what SEMA is, just Google it, SEMA. You can run through exactly what it is, but it's all the car culture, truck culture, tools, equipment, everything in the industry related to automotive. It's the biggest event of the year, and it's also where most things get debuted. So very fortunate to have 2 vehicles going this year. Blessing and a curse, I guess I should say. So thankfully we made it through this far without the phone ringing. AJ, what other housekeeping things we need to catch up on?
Figure out what's going in the showroom over there.
All right. Currently. So rainy day, and today is the day that we had to move some stuff out of the showroom because of the racks that are going up. That's not ideal, but we're working on that. We also, reminder, I've got a customer that wants anything that we've got related to the Monte Carlo Blue. Pictures, videos, anything, AJ. I need to dump that to them. Unfortunately, the car is on the third high rack, So we're not going to get that down today because of the weather, but that is kind of a neat car. And then another customer on the step side, Blue, wants some running. You got those little clips the other day during closing, but he wants some. Do you have things move where that can come out? Cool. We'll go over there and do that now. That truck deserves to be part of this video and a separate video for that customer, but really cool. Actually have multiple people on that truck. It's a really neat truck. Came from a great builder. Weirdly enough, right now I have a lot of customers named Ed. I've got like 5 different customers named Ed, but this came from one of the Eds. He had built it as a show truck. It's changed hands multiple times. When you guys see it, you'll recognize it. It's had a couple pictures that went kind of viral on the internet. But nevertheless, the customer that I think that's going to get it, and again, there's 2 that are pretty serious, but one of them wants to lower it down, which I think will be great. Change tires and wheels and a few other things. So we got to kind of do a walk around in a height comparison. They want to see what it looks like size-wise. Okay, got a customer coming in for one of our tractor trailers. Surprise, surprise, battery's dead. So we got to get that dealt with. Mike's got them traveling in on Thursday. And I'm sitting at Mike's desk, which formerly was my desk. He is out because of a foot injury. So he's, well, not foot injury. I'm looking at his foot cast over here. Back injury today. Got up, pulled something in his back. Didn't feel too great. So he's resting it off and hope he's going to make it in for the afternoon, so we can play a little catch up, because he does have several deals pending on some tow trucks that he needs to get paperwork shuffled for. Mom's working on part of that right now. She's working on some titles, getting titles what we call flipped. We put the titles into our company name to clear them, make sure there's no encumbrances or problems. So it's a lengthy step of things that she has to do almost every day. She gets a stack of them together, 2, 3, 4, depending on what's been bought for the day. Alvin's cleaning up the Quigley 4x4 van out in the weather. And we got a nice F-150 that was traded in. He's finished up the detail work on that. Should have that one back in here shortly. Might get photographs of that one today, but that's going to be a good driver truck. And that man is switching over to some Squarebodies and a Land Rover. So very appreciative of his business. He stepped in on Saturday, checked things out. For those that had asked about the Rover, he did get it. I haven't had a chance to reach back out. I had about 4 or 5 people on a notepad that asked about the Rover. I told them that the customer was coming in on Saturday to do a test drive, see if his wife liked it, etc. Well, everybody did like it. So for you that are watchers on here, hopefully this will answer the question. The Rover is sold. That was pretty cool. That was the lifted blue one for you guys that maybe caught it in a glimpse of a background or something. Guess that's our little up-to-date for this moment. AJ's got to move some trucks around. We got one to pick up at the stereo shop and check on some electronic stuff for a crew cab 3+3 over there. Monster truck, I guess we're going to leave it loaded so we can go out to the event this weekend. Field day of the past. Might take it out there for display, park it in the parking lot. I don't know what we're going to do yet. We'll figure that out as the day goes on also. And we got some stuff we need to get advertised on Facebook. We did a walkthrough of a lot of stuff, but we got another container that we're going to jump in and get a bunch of that stuff put online. So if you guys want to see all of our stuff, we found out that obviously Facebook's probably the easiest way to deal with messages. It was great on here. A lot of you guys responded, but it also got very confusing very fast. So Jeff Trucks Davis on Facebook. You're not going to be able to become a friend on that page, but you can follow that page. So Jeff Trucks Davis. How can I show them that, AJ? You can put it on there? All right. Right here. Jeff Trucks Davis. That is our page where we can use Marketplace. And then also our company page would be Davis Auto Sales, Above Average Trucks, Davis Water Sports. All those pages are ours too. So if you want to click and like on those pages, we'd appreciate it. We don't do much active on there. The boat one gets a little bit during the summer. Above Average Trucks, Mike uses a little bit. But Jeff Trucks Davis, you want to give that page a follow. And there's some fake ones out there. AJ puts the one in that actually is the accurate one. So that's the one you'll be seeing. Got a customer getting ready to walk in, so we're going to cut it off here. But thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. We'll be back to you in just a few minutes with that blue step side. Hey, guys, we had a special guest stop in. Mr. Dave C. has been stopping by here twice a year for as long as I can remember. And we've supported the track. And I'm going to kind of turn it over to him because I want him to introduce himself. You guys have probably seen him if you're anything around mud bogging and also the racing, which they don't do there any longer. But they are concentrating on the mud bog, putting all the effort into it, and they have stepped the game up. So tell them.
Well, first of all, it's the pit at Virginia Motor Speedway now. Well, it's always been the pit,
Yeah.
but we're going to be hosting on October 4th the Run Amok Mud Bog, which we've been having for 17 years or so. This year's a little different. We're adding an event in it. Yes, we've had mega trucks at most of our events for the last, 3 or 4 years, 5 years, something like that. And but now it's going to the event's going to be called the King of the Megas, and it's going to pay at minimum $10,000 to win. We're also going to have the King of the One Tons. This is our poster. If you've seen it, this is our poster. And King of the One Tons will be at minimum a $2,500 to win show. For you guys that may not know what the difference in Pro Mega and 1 ton super trucks are, it's just the weight of the truck, pretty much. Yep. Weight of the truck and maybe a little horsepower. Although I know some 1 tons that might be able to pull off a Pro Mega win.
Yeah, no doubt.
We've been trying to get him to bring his kryptonite.
Yeah, we got a little engine issue currently, so we got to, as always, we have a issue. But we have raced a few times there, and the facility is bar none, top of the line. Everybody that comes enjoys it, and he does have some sponsors, which is what he's here for today. And he does have some sponsor spaces available. So if you guys are out there in the business owner land, he does a great job working with you. You can reach out to him at any time, and he's very accommodating. If you want to put out a little display, he's got some equipment companies. He's got all kinds of different people that do sponsorship of it. But they're concentrating on it a lot. Now that is their mainstay, having the 2 events a year has always been their thing, a spring and a fall kind of deal. And people love it. They look forward to it all year long. We get people come in buying parts, and some of them only go to their event. They don't go anywhere else.
That's true. Yeah.
Twice a year is a lot, if you break a lot of things like we do. So.
Well, the nice thing about it is I think people realize that we want their safety to be paramount.
Yep, that's correct.
I don't think I've seen somebody turn over in a truck and not within 30 seconds somebody's there trying to get them out. So that's the one thing I think that brings the people back is that the safety of the facility.
That's been Daniel a few times. So.
The niceness of the facility. Now this is going to be the October 4th, Saturday, October 4th. It's a 1-day show, 9 a.m. The gates will open. We have aluminum seats, so you don't have to bring anything with you. Unless you want to get in front of the grandstands, we have limited space. It's first come, first serve. We can put up a 10 by 10 easy up, sit underneath of that, get mud splashed on you. I don't know why they like doing it, but they love it. The place is usually packed down there. And there's a lot of people having a good time. But again, we're going to have some of the baddest mega trucks in the country showing up. And I will tell you right now, just off the top of my head, from people that are registered, Vermont, New Hampshire, New York, Maine, Ohio, Michigan, Delaware, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Texas, Florida, and I'm probably missing a few other states. And that's just the pre-registration so far.
They bring the crowd. They bring the crowd in attendance. They bring the crowd in truck count. For sure.
I have a feeling we're going to have the largest truck count we've ever had.
Very nice.
We've never paid $10,000 win. Now, Premier Mega Truck has put up an extra $2,500 if you're running a body, and your best effort to keep it on the whole race. I mean, granted, if you turn over and destroy it, you're not going to be able to put it back on. But if you win the race, it's an extra $2,500. So now we're looking at $12,500 to the winner if you got a body on it. So, and the more sponsors that we're adding, if you want to put some money on the top, we'll do it for you. If that's what you want. We've got sponsors coming in and saying, look, if I give you money, I want it to go
specifically
to this. So
which is what we've done in the past too. And Dave does a great job day of promoting everybody, giving shout outs. So whether you're racing or you want to be a sponsor for the event or whatever you want to do, he's the man right there. He's the contact. He puts things together. Clark's in there somewhere, but hey,
Clark's the brains of that. Dave Law is the master of putting the track together, and keeping that going. So we've got a great team. I will tell you this. I know you guys watch these guys on a regular basis. It shows up on my timeline all the time, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. I am subscriber to Davis Sales, Davis Auto Sales, all of it. And they are doing a fantastic job. I want to tell you that in person because a lot of times people don't tell you.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
You guys are doing a fantastic job.
He actually,
a man right here behind the camera.
He even said something to AJ, which
AJ is doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
And
well, you come from the seat. You know how hard it is to do this stuff. So it's tough to fit it in. It's tough to do it, and it's tough to promote, and especially for them, you know, twice a year. That's the deal. You know, they got to get ready for it, and they put all the effort in it, so they can put the best show on possible. And you guys will not be disappointed. So if you're available, you should show up. If you want to be a sponsor, reach out to him, even if it's for next year. They're going to do it. You still 2 years?
Oh, yeah.
Two next year? Okay, cool.
Maybe more. I don't know. We've been talking about adding maybe one.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember that year. We had 6 one year.
Yeah.
Got a little diluted.
Well, and that's the thing. You can't put all your eggs in one basket, and you get a little burnout on it. And I think that's what brings so many people to y'all's. You're ready. When they get there, there is no waiting on this. The equipment's not broke down. The starting line's not prepped.
You run a fast show.
You go get to see action all day long. If there is a problem, they get it cured very quickly. And it's a very family-oriented facility, too. That's another thing that I've always enjoyed. You can take your kids there. You're not going to see a bunch of craziness. They keep everything under control. So,
tickets all sold at the gate. No advance tickets as of yet. Me and Clark would like that, but the boss, the owner, is a little old school. Yeah. He likes that hard ticket. Yeah. But yes, they'll be all sold the day of the event, starting at 9 a.m. And they're only $25 for adults, $15 for students 7 to 17, children 6 and under free. Your ticket, as they say in drag racing, is a pit pass. Yep. You can walk around, you can look at these trucks, you can talk to the drivers. It is.
So that is pretty cool too. So at their place, if you've never been, you got the grandstands where all the action's happening, but as you walk down, you aren't separated off where you can't see that stuff. So you'll see live time, a broken rear end getting fixed, tires getting changed. If you want to see your favorite driver out there, you'll be able to go to where they're at. It's not roped off. It's not separate. You are getting a full admission.
And I want to tell people, we have 2 divisions of Power Wheels.
That's right.
For the kids. Box stock, which means it's got to be just like it comes out the box. And unlimited, which we have a couple of them. Man, they are fast. My goodness.
Brian's son's got about a dozen trophies. So,
So, I mean, but bring the kids out. If they've got a Power Wheels, bring it. Come on and participate. You just need to register them when you get there so we know who's there. And I will promise you this, if you bring your kids and they love monster trucks and they love trucks, they love mud, whatever it is, if you're walking around, these guys will talk to them,
engage with them.
They'll engage with them. They'll put them up in the truck. I know that for a fact. That's what's so nice about this industry as a whole is it really is a huge family.
It is.
Mud Bogging is probably one of the most family-oriented things when it comes to the competitor side and the fan side.
A lot of those guys travel together, pit together, do the whole 9 yards. So it really is. So looking at it from the inside out and the outside in, I've been on both sides of it. So you'll enjoy it. It's a great time. Thanks, Dave C.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate
everything. All right, speaking of hoodies, I told y'all hoodies earlier. I'm already in one. It is cold outside. This nasty weather is not too friendly for this business and trying to get things accomplished. But you do see the boys in the background. We're starting to get some racks up in the air. And it won't happen today, but probably tomorrow we'll have those racks up. And you guys will start seeing a whole new background scenery. Before people ask, the 3+3 over there, that is actually a customer's truck. You'll see Dave underneath there. He's just doing a final top off of the differential fluid. We did a clean fluid service and put thinned aluminum differential covers on that truck. It had chrome. They were a little rusty, but that is a 3+3. Very popular truck that was on the channel for a little while for one of our North Carolina customers, and a good customer that loves red. We'll leave it at that. One of these days, we're going to go to his place and we'll bring you guys a video because he's got red in the shed all day long. The blue truck here, promise we get a video of this truck today. So here it is. Lots of different people have been asking. 14-inch wide, weld super singles, G2 locking hubs, 39-inch Super Swamper TSLs, And these tires don't have a ton of miles on them. In fact, the one of them I was looking at the other day, you can still see the lines a little bit. This truck was built by one of our customers named Ed. I don't like using last names, but a freaking phenomenal job. We got a lot of customers named Ed. It's kind of crazy. And two of the Eds are good friends of each other, so they swap and trade back and forth. Matter of fact, that truck right there was actually owned by both Eds at one time. But look at the attention to detail, the nice washers, the fitment of everything, dual shock hoop, polyurethane bushings, braided brake hoses. Crossover steering does not have the track bar, and this one would not be an easy one to add the track bar before you ask, because the track bar system, the way they have it designed, encapsulates where these shocks go. So we'll probably have to lose the quad shock setup, which is for looks, not necessary, but that would have to be changed. People ask, why do you not have that on there? You put it on all your trucks. And yes, we do, just like Brown Bear. No matter what the height, we love having that. This truck would be a little hard to do it. Proper front and rear drive shafts. Have a lot of people speak about the ladder bars. They see it in the video. Those are what we used to call a slapper style ladder bar. Basically, you saw that under a lot of hot rods. It would keep the axle from twisting. So basically that's like a ladder bar, a slapper bar, a block, all in one. Kind of neat. And it's all powder coated to match. Little cool touches like this here. If you don't like it, it can be taken off. That'll buff right off, but that is neat. The body and paint, look down the side, AJ. Just show everybody. The body lines. Custom rear bumper. Sheet metal cut out of the Chevrolet symbol on the back. Frame, chassis, hardware on all the hangers. The hangers were removed. Still got the sticker here. Tanks have been replaced. Differentials have been painted. Those same differential covers we were just speaking about underneath this one also. Disc brake, 14 bolt in the back, Dana 60 in the front. Dome light works properly with an LED bulb. Custom door panels, custom seat. Gauges are pretty much all down bottom. I don't know that we've had this one out to do all the gauge testing. Did you? Okay. AJ hadn't drove it, so doors closed great. Fresh strikers. Closed like they should. Again, body line nice and straight. This is a pretty big truck, so a few people have asked height. Again, 5'10"-ish. So I'm right underneath the mirror. You got to imagine the tire is 3.5 feet tall, basically. Just shy of it. Does have a red head steering box and a 489 big block. Now, we didn't build the motor. All we can say is it sounds amazing. It's a big behemoth under there. Lots of billet, lots of chrome. If my polish guy could get caught up a little bit, he'd get by here and he would have that thing looking spectacular underneath there. A little bit of elbow grease with some polish. Showed you guys before, but that really cool Chevrolet. It's a plastic inlay with the Chevrolet symbol instead of having the carpet up there. KC lights, push bar. It was a 5-liter truck from the factory. So this truck would have been a half-ton factory truck. And apologize for all the noise, but we can't help the rain today. Mother Nature is pouring on us. KC lights up on the roll bar. We had talked about taking some of the stuff out, but with the amount of outreach to the truck, everything currently is going to stay just like it is. That's pretty much it. I said custom door panels, meant custom seat, custom carpet, but door panels are pretty original. We got to fix the horn still, and that's the only thing we got on the checklist, so that's not so bad. And that is a little bit newer steering wheel, so just need to hook up the horn connections, I'm sure. David will take care of that. Billet insert on the dash. I think this was an AC truck. Nope. non-AC truck. So an easy one to add AC to. Matter of fact, the non-AC trucks are the ones that the kit actually comes complete for. So the vents fit right, everything goes together very well. And we have been pretty much doing an AC install just about every week. Sometimes we've got 2 a week lined up. Car show paperwork. So pretty neat. Hopefully that is a pretty good going around of this truck, because it is a good one. And this is the truck, guys, that you have seen. Matter of fact, several of the previous owners sent me the picture because I don't have Facebook and I didn't save it when I saw it when the guy showed it to me. But this is the truck that if you guys are on Facebook or any of the Squarebody pages, that is in front of the Chevrolet dealer. It looks amazing. It looks really freaking cool because it had the Chevrolet symbol in the back, the blue on the building, this truck. And it's hard to see with the light right here, but it's actually got a grayish tint, a purplish tint, then a blue tint. Like AJ's leaning against it right here, and this looks really blue right now. But then you look at this part, it looks gray, it looks purple. So it's got some pearl / flake in it. And whoever did the paint work on this truck did a great job. The rocker panels, cab corners, super smooth. Again, all the gaps, all the lines. I'd have to believe most of this is probably original sheet metal. Story goes that this truck was a show truck for a long ways back. And again, the man Ed disassembled it and did it up like crazy. So pretty cool. So we'll step off here so these guys can get working a little bit. They don't want to run the machine with everything going on, but racks will go up, and the intention is for the 3-wheelers to be sitting at an angle displayed across the back. And when we're panning across these videos, you guys will get a view of the 1970s and 1980s like you ain't never seen before. Again, we're only going to be able to get, we're estimating we're going to get about 5 or 6 in between each beam. So we're going to get about 20 across here, another 10 across there, another 5 across there. We're going to get about a tenth of all of them displayed, but it's going to be super neat. And you guys will be able to enjoy it. And we will do specific videos. If you see one that you guys want to know about or that you had as a kid and you're like, please, can you fire that up, do this? We won't just be able to yank it down and do it, but we do want to be more interactive with stuff like that. Just like the trucks. If you say, hey, I want to see this truck or I want to see that truck, it does have LED bulbs right here too. Just notice that. And it has the updated headlights. These are a super popular upgrade. We take a lot of these out because a lot of times they won't adjust properly. So it's not that we're knocking these or saying don't buy these, but the light emittance sometimes is way down or way up and it's out of whack. So you will see us take these out, and my uncle just, I think, tosses them in the trash because a regular sealed beam light doesn't emit as much light, but it does allow you to aim it properly. And some of these are just not adjustable properly. So had a couple people say they loved them. You might love them. We just, you know, 1, they're not as error correct, and 2, they are hard to adjust. So thanks, guys. If this is, are we cutting it today? Is this it? All right, so AJ's cutting it today so we can get loaded today instead of it falling over. I know a lot of you guys are saying you're not seeing the video till the following day. It's going into an editing processing, and it's getting all jammed up. So we're going to try to avoid that so you guys are able to capture everything real time. The red and white truck will do some driving videos. Customer is still very much decided on that truck, but unfortunately we can't meet his deadline. He really wants to get it for a upcoming Indy show, which would mean he needs to leave tomorrow. And I'm just not going to let that truck leave without having enough road miles on it. It has been sitting, as you guys know, for about the last year with us processing it. And Brian Daniels still had to finish the final steps of the steps. So we just don't want it to go half-cocked and get out of our hands before we're completely tickled with the way that truck is. So it's close, but just not ready yet. So I'm shooting him some pictures of a couple other ones, and he's trying to make his mind up. He wants to go to the show with something new, fresh, and flashy. We're going to try to make that happen. And then when he comes back, he can get his dream truck there too. So thanks a bunch, guys. Appreciate everything. We'll be back to you tomorrow. We'll give some hands here getting these racks up and hopefully bring you some progress for tomorrow.